हाँ सॉरी।
Okay. So by using JavaScript executor, we can also use the send keys operator. Okay. Just in case if you, when you are writing a line of code stating driver dot find of find element by dot id and providing the dot send keys value. Okay. If that is not working, if sometimes if that doesn't work, you can also use JavaScript executor in order to, use the send keys operators. Now, how you are doing it? You're using the okay, you are creating an object reference for web element, the current web element which is there. Okay. So in this case, my current web element will be username. So for that, we have created an object reference, okay, which is called username is equal to, and I'm providing the object reference value here. Okay. Likewise, we have done for password and button login as well. Now we are creating a object reference for JavaScript executor as well. Okay. And using that particular object reference here, and we are saying that JS dot execute script of argument of 0 and set attribute. Okay, by using set attribute, we are using the send keys operator. Okay, and we are inputting the value which is admin, and we are giving the web element object reference here. Okay, so this is how you will be using the send keys operator. Now we have click operation also, right? We have two operations, either send keys or click operation. Click means you will have to just go ahead on the particular web element and you have to click on that particular web element, right? I'll show you.
Excuse me, ma'am, will it work for XPath also?
Sorry?
Will this procedure, JavaScript procedure, will work for XPath and CSS location?
It will work. However, you have to use the XPath here instead of ID. You have to use XPath and you have to provide the XPath here, and you have to create object reference for each of them. Okay.
Okay, fine.
Now this is send key operators, right? Because we are entering the value here. This login button will be the click operator. I have to just click on it. I'm not entering any value there, right? So if the click operator is not working, then we can create object reference for the same web element. Okay, and we are using the object reference of JavaScript executor, and we are saying it as JS dot execute script of argument of 0 dot click. Okay, dot click, and we are using the object reference here. That's it. So this is how we will go ahead and use the JavaScript executor class in order to use script send keys value and click operations. Okay, if I go ahead and execute this particular class, it will, by you taking the values from JavaScript executor, it will go ahead and enter the values in send keys and click operators. That's it. Okay, clear enough? So,
ma'am, will it work for a drop down also?
Sorry?
For a drop down also, will it work?
No.
Operation this?
No.
Okay.
We can do scroll into view. Okay. Send keys. Click operations, right? So far we have seen these. Now, scroll by pixel. Now everybody knows pixel. What is pixel?
Camera lens, I think.
Picture element.
Exactly. Okay. So we can, by using JavaScript executor, we can scroll into that particular, scroll onto that particular web element by selecting the pixel of that particular web element. Now, how you are doing it? You're going onto this Amazon website. Okay. We have created object reference for JavaScript executor here. Okay. After that, we are launching the browser here, application here. Okay. Then what you're doing is, by writing this line of code, it will go ahead and scroll until 1000 pixel. Okay. Now let me just go ahead and execute this. We haven't taken any object reference for any web elements. Okay. We are just saying that it has to go until 1000 pixel, and it has to scroll until 1000 pixel, and then it should show, right? So ikkad nunchi ikkad varaku 1000 pixel ayindi. It is scrolling down until 1000 pixel. Okay. Got it?
So how to scroll the complete window, madam?
By using scroll into view.
Means we have to increase the pixel value itself, right?
Okay, if you want to use the pixel value and you have to scroll the complete window, then you can go ahead and increase this value. Okay, I'm saying 6000. Let's see. Okay. Complete bottom kochesindi. It scrolled until bottom of the page.
Okay.
Okay. Just you
So-
have to increase the pixel value if you want to scroll complete down of the page.
I think we
However,
can,
this is not so user friendly. Nobody will use it, because how will you know that your particular web element is on that particular pixel itself, right? If you have to go ahead and middle of the page lo meer ellali and your particular website is huge enough, okay, ikkadiki varaku ravali అని అంటే how will you know this is 1000, this is 2000, this is 3000, this is 4000 karke, right? So that's the reason why nobody is using it. Just for heads up purpose, we have included this lab. Okay.
Okay.
So scroll by pixel, by entering the pixel value, right?
Ma'am, scroll left side, right side, scrolling to quick.
Sorry.
If we want to scroll left side,
One
right side.
One second.
Okay.
Yeah. You have to just right click, inspect on the particular web element, and then you can go ahead and write the script the same way. Okay. Now there is can I answer all the questions at once after the session?
Okay.
Okay. Now there is, by using JavaScript executor, we are also doing one particular thing. Can you please tell me what we are doing? We are using JavaScript executor, and we are doing in each and every single class that we are using JavaScript executor, highlighting a web element border, right? We are highlighting web element borders by using JavaScript executor. Okay. Now we have created a web element object reference. Okay, this is highlighting web element border. I'm explaining it once again. Okay, we are creating an object reference for web element, and we are saying find by driver dot find element by, because this is usually the code that we will be writing in order to find a web element, right? So it can be it can be either ID, name, XPath, or CSS selector, after which that's completely on us what we will use. But that's not stagnant. This line of code is stagnant, right? Driver dot find element by dot ID by until by. Okay, so that's the reason why we have created an web element object reference for it. And by using JavaScript executor, we are saying JavaScript executor driver dot execute script of argument of 0 dot style dot border. We are fixing the style. Okay, it should be 3 pixels solid red. If I change the color to blue and save and execute this particular program, my each and every web element border will be highlighted in blue. Okay, ఇందులోనే పెట్టానా నేను, దీనిలో ఏం లేదు కదా. 1 second. I'm changing this to blue. Okay, I'm executing this particular program. See, every single web element got highlighted with blue. Okay, now understood JavaScript executor?
Ma'am, we are using arguments of that array every time. What is that, ma'am?
Arguments of 0. This is the standard code while you use JavaScript executor. Okay, JS.JavaScript executor is JavaScript of argument of 0. This is the common thing that we will be using while using any of the scroll by visible element or scroll by into view. Okay, so any of these you will be using JavaScript executor execute script of argument of 0, and you will be providing the if you are using set attribute, then you will have to use set attribute, provide the value. Okay, clear enough? So by using JavaScript executor, what we are doing?
Scrolling
Scroll into view, send keys operators,
Send
click
keys,
operators,
click
scroll by
operators,
pixel value, and highlighting the web element border, right? These are the things that we are doing in order to so syntax part, do you want me to write it here and provide you 3 lines of code for each for each and every web element? We have to, I'm writing as we have to create a web element object reference, which is web element this is the object reference, guys. Element is the object reference, and it can be anything of your choice. Your object reference can be anything of your choice. Okay, is equal to find element by dot ID, and you have to specify the ID. Okay, this will be the object reference. I'm not specifying the ID here anything. Okay, this is the object reference for your web element, right? After that, create object reference for JavaScript executor, right? How do you do it?
JavaScript.
JavaScript executor JS is equal to JavaScript executor driver, right? And these are case sensitive. I don't think so. There is a comma in between. No. This is case sensitive. So let me copy this one. Okay. And then we are using this object reference in order to scroll into a particular web element, right?
Ma'am, for left side and right side, what we have to do, ma'am?
Vertical and horizontal, you're saying? Vertical
Yes,
wise
ma'am.
and horizontal side. I'll
Yes,
tell you.
yes, ma'am.
I'll tell you.
Okay, okay.
I'll tell you. There is a script for that also. I'll tell you.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Now this is how you will scroll into a particular web element. For any web element, we are first creating a object reference. Okay, and for JavaScript executor, we are first creating a object reference. By using these two object references, we are going ahead and scrolling into a particular web element. That's it. Okay. Syntax point of view, please do be very careful while writing the syntax because it is case sensitive. Okay. Now, this is all done. Send keys, click operators. These are the code. This is for click. Send keys. Okay. Okay. Clear enough? Any questions so far? Okay. Done. Now, how much time are we left with? Only 6 minutes. Only 10 minutes. 10 minutes late topics cover cheyochu. Revision. Okay. Can anybody tell me how to launch a website? How to open a Chrome browser? Anyone raise
Python is
hands?
equal to open Chrome browser.
చెప్పండి నవీన్ గారు మీరే system.set property webdriver.chrome.driver. So if you have to launch a browser, you have to write it as system.setProperty webdriver.chrome.driver, and you have to specify the Chrome driver.exe path. Okay, once you give the Chrome driver.exe path, you have to specify it as driver is equal to new Chrome driver, so that it will launch a browser. Okay, how to maximize a browser?
Driver dot window.
Driver dot window dot
Manage.
manage dot window dot
Maximize.
Maximize.
Right. So how do you launch a website, a particular website?
Driver dot get URL.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Now, what are the different types of locators? What are they?
Eight type of
ID name,
ID
CSS
name,
selector,
CSS
XPath,
selector, XPath,
partial
link
link
list,
name,
partial link list, tag name, class name.
partial link text, tag name, class name.
Okay. ID, name, CSS selector,
CSS selector, XPath,
XPath,
link
link
list,
text,
Link
partial
text,
link text,
partial link list, class
tag
name,
name, and
tag name.
class
tag
name,
name.
right? So how do you find a web element?
We need to go to an right click inspect.
How do you find a web element? Right click చేసి ఇన్స్పెక్ట్ చేస్తాం తెలుసు అందరికి. Driver dot find element by dot ID, and you have to specify
ID
the
or name.
web elements this thing value, right? Now how do you operate drop downs?
By using select
We
class.
have import
By
the
importing
select class.
Driver dot
Select
select.
class. We have to create an
You
object.
have to create an object of select class. Okay.
Select
What is the
class.
syntax?
We have to create an object to the select class. We have to driver dot find element by ID with object dot size.
Very good. Very good. Now, what is data provider and why are we using data provider?
To execute text with multiple sets of
Very good.
Executing
To
program
execute different sets of
set of
inputs,
input data.
right? And how do you use data provider? Exactly.
First copy paste
Have
data
to
provider system.
use the annotation which is @data provider, and you can interlink with the data provider.
Exactly.
Okay, and
You
then
have to just
go ahead and
specify.
use the information that you are providing, right? Okay, why are we using emailable reports?
Create HTML report.
Send the reports to client.
Exactly, we can project this particular emailable report to the client, because if you go ahead and share your screen and show them each and every particular test case, or take a screenshot of each and every particular test case, that will not be good enough in look wise, or how many multiple screenshots that you will be sending it, right? So that's the reason why in through emailable reports, we can go ahead and generate the emailable report and send it to the client of the particular test case that you have executed for, right? Now, what are TestNG parameters? Why are we doing parameterization?
Each and every time we have to no need to go to the method and we have to input the values by using globally.
Exactly.
Parameters
So
are used.
online I got an answer. Offline, please be focused. Okay, so TestNG parameters means, why are we doing parameterization? Because if you have any value that keeps on changing, that has a dynamic change in any value, just by entering that particular value that has been changed in global variables where you have declared globally, you can just go ahead and input that particular value, and once you input that particular value globally, that particular value will reflect in your local variables as well, wherever that in your particular methods, wherever that value is replicating, it will automatically change only by changing the global variables. Clear? ఒక clear picture వచ్చిందా? Global variables ఏం చేస్తున్నాం మనము? We are declaring everything globally.
And that is interlinked with the local
Variables. Okay. So we are declaring every single thing globally and which is interlinked with local variables. Okay. Which is interlinked with local variables. And once you change the values, data provider use chesara in the parameters. Okay, testng.xml through manam run chestunnam kabatti these values are provided in testng.xml. Okay, if you see parameter name is equal to browser1 and the value of browser1 is Firefox. So once you execute this program, this will open the program, open the website in Firefox itself. It will take the value as admin, password as admin123, nationality as Indian 671. Now, for example, my password keeps on changing or my nationality is getting changed. Okay. So if my password is changing, I need to just go ahead and input the value here. I need not go ahead and, enter the values here in my programming. Okay. Only by giving the value here, by changing the value here, it will in turn connect with the variables here. We have created static parameterization, right? So with the help of string, we are calling those variables here. Okay. And those variables will get in effect, and the program wherever the methods are there with this particular value, it will change automatically. So only once we need to change, we need not go ahead and change in every single method that we are writing. So ikkadaithe manaki oka chinna script undi ante, 3 or 4 methods we are using. Manam organization ki vellin tarvata there will be n number of methods that we will be handling with. Okay, ప్రతి ఒక్క మెథడ్ లో పాస్వర్డ్ అనేది ఉంది అని అనుకోండి, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్. ఓకే, నా పాస్వర్డ్ చేంజ్ అయిపోతుంది. ఓకే, సో నేను పారామీటరైజేషన్ అయ్యి ఏం తీసుకోలేదనుకోండి, నేను పాస్వర్డ్ అనేది నేను ప్రతి ఒక్క మెథడ్ కి వెళ్ళి నేను చేంజ్ చేయాల్సి వస్తుంది, రైట్? అదే నేను పారామీటరైజేషన్ చేశాను అనుకోండి, అప్పుడు ఎక్కడైతే నేను గ్లోబల్ గా డిక్లేర్ చేస్తున్నానో, ఇప్పుడు నేను testng.xml ఫైల్లో నేను గ్లోబల్ గా డిక్లేర్ చేస్తున్నాను, ఎక్కడైతే నేను వేరియబుల్స్ గ్లోబల్ గా డిక్లేర్ చేస్తున్నానో ఆ ఒక్క ప్లేస్ లో నేను చేంజ్ చేసేస్తే మిగతా అన్ని మెథడ్స్ కి రిఫ్లెక్ట్ అయిపోతుంది. నేను ప్రతి ఒక్క మెథడ్ కి వెళ్ళి నా అడ్మిన్ పాస్వర్డ్ చేంజ్ అయింది కదా, నేను చేంజ్ చేసుకోవాలి అని చెప్పి ప్రతి ఒక్క మెథడ్ కి వెళ్ళి స్క్రిప్ట్ కి వెళ్ళి నేను చేంజ్ చేయనవసరం లేదు. ఓకేనా? క్లియర్? Okay. Yeah, that's it for today, guys. Thank you. Any questions? Any questions? Any concerns? Okay, if there are no questions, thank you so much for joining. You can leave for the day.